Well, I see how people regain their fascination with themselves when they dance. They discover this part of themselves that's always available. Like when we were kids, there was no question on whether to move or not move, right? Again, is that following my impulse? There was nothing in the way to climb a tree or spin around or fall on the floor. And as we grow up, we lose that. And what I witness, and I'm so privileged to witness on the dance floor, is people getting a glimpse of that again, and then getting really hooked and really excited about it and pursuing it, because it's so joyful. It's just it's so who we are to move. And, recover a bit of our animal body that can climb and run and spin and, just not be afraid of our own energy in motion. Yeah. It's fascinating. Each person has their own individual way of doing it. Nobody can do your dance except yourself, really. Your true dance. Yeah, go ahead.
While, I've certainly seen interpretive dance and modern dance and those kinds of things. Dance, that just the idea of conscious dance, the word dance conjures up some, particular ideas for me. I love to partner dance. I'm a two-stepper. I'm a ballroom dancer. And, I've done my disco days and all of that sort of thing. And even in spite of all of that, or even with all of that, I'm one of those people that if you say, well, we're going to get out and dance, I'm like, yeah, maybe not so much. I might not be the one out there. I might not be the first one out there. In sort of this arena of dancing, because for me there's a lot of the way that I learned how to dance. There's a lot of particularity to it. You do this step and you do it on this beat and that sort of thing. And so how do you invite people into this process for those like me? I'm sure there's other people who just think of themselves as not dancers. I'm sure we sort of all fall into the same category of, okay, I'm a little uncomfortable with this. I don't know that this really is something that I wouldn't necessarily be the first person out on the dance floor. So, how do you create an inviting space for those of us?
Sure.
Uh-oh. Are you still there? Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm here. We're sort of pulsing. It's a wonderful, fabulous question, and yes, absolutely something I see all the time. And how you describe a wordless experience with words, right? It's trying to define it, and everybody has a charge around words. So we're always trying to come up with languaging that really invites people into movement, because I call it a moving meditation. So that the dance part becomes secondary to moving through these 5 rhythms, experiencing these 5 energies in motion is really more the goal, so that it takes the context out of performance or, having to get something out of the dance or being seen in the dance. And it's not also about the music. I think dance immediately brings up the idea of music. Sometimes we will do the 5 rhythms without music because we have these energies in us already, right? And it's more a relearning of getting out of the way and then tracking and following my own energy in motion. And can I invite you to try it as an experiment, just to let yourself go there? It's always an invitation of like, can you just roll around on the floor, and then flowing will just happen if you do that. You see what I'm saying? And then breath will happen and will take you into a percussive state, which is staccato. And then it will build and make you sort of go into chaos if you want to shake it out. So lots of different words, very physical, very inviting, so that we take away the steps and the forms of dance and social dance too. Like certain kinds of music are very specific and will trigger like the bump, or the disco, or, there's form to it. Like if I'm with Latin people, I will not play salsa, just because everybody will salsa.
Right.
We're just
right, and that's part of sort of the discomfort, is that dance tends to come with particular steps, and what if you don't know the steps, or what if you don't do them right? And so getting outside of that, I think I see that could really help. You're really inviting people into a place of trust. It sounds to me like that's.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, it just sounds like it's a place of trust you're really inviting people into.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Gabrielle says, are you disciplined enough to be a free spirit? Because we are our own, like you said, I have a lot of tapes around, or beliefs around dancing. Well, can we put those away and become free? Like let ourselves be overtaken by movement, even if it's just my finger, Even if I just do a wave with my finger that day and realize that it's liberated in some way. So we show up to that's why it's also a practice, like a yoga, because we are going to be different every time we show up to our dance floor, and our edges will be different, our states will be different, our body will be different. And can I just still show up and find a way to be free in motion that day? That's really the invitation. And then it's slowly, just like meditation, if I sit on the cushion and just keep breathing and empty out my mind, it starts to show up in life where a particular environment or relationship asks me to be fluid, or to be clear and have expression and be staccato about things, organize myself. Or let it go. I have to let it go and be chaotic, or be with my chaos. I have no control. Or be happy and joyful and light, lighten up. or come back to myself and be still. Can I be still? And if I practice on the dance floor over and over and over again, then I know what the energy feels like. And go, oh, I recognize the rhythm I'm in. Well, maybe I'll just let go of my head here. And if I do it physically, then everything just shifts around me. And that's what I have found as my practice. That's what happens in my life. It actually works in my life.